Is Christopher Nolan really that great? Yeah, he is. Hey everyone, welcome to another review. Here's my review for the movie Dunkirk. Yes, Dunkirk stars Fionn Whitehead, Mark Rylance, Cillian Murphy, Kenneth Branagh, and Tom Hardy, and this movie is written and directed by the man himself, Christopher Nolan. Yes, this movie is actually a very simple story. This is just one sequence. This is just one event. This is about Dunkirk. This is about the soldiers in the French city of Dunkirk escaping Dunkirk before the Nazis come and invade it. That is literally it. That is the entire story of this movie. This is about the escape of Dunkirk. Getting the hell out of there. Getting all the soldiers out of there before they all die. And that is it. That is the entire story of Dunkirk. It's an hour and 47-minute movie, written and directed by the master himself, Christopher Nolan. If you don't know who Christopher Nolan is, he's made some good movies. He's made a few good movies. Yes, ever since he made Interstellar, people have been a little bit skeptical on him because he did Dark Knight Rises, which is a movie that not a lot of people liked, but I personally really enjoyed. But then he did Interstellar. People thought like maybe Nolan's not as good as we all thought he was. But yeah, I agree with people. Interstellar's not a good movie, but honestly, that's one bad film. Out of his entire filmography, one bad film, it's fine. And Dunkirk, honestly, this movie's fucking incredible. This movie is so freaking good, and this is going to add to his great filmography. Dunkirk is amazing. I absolutely loved this movie. This is a fantastic war film, and I loved everything about it. And yeah, I've been reading some reviews and watching some reviews on YouTube about some people's complaints about the movie, and honestly, I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, some people are saying, like, oh, there's not much character development, you don't really care about these characters, and honestly, there's a simple explanation to that. This movie is not about the characters. This movie is about the event. It's about the event itself. Yes, the actors are in this movie, and the actors that do play in this movie are really good. There is not a single bad performance in this movie, but none of these characters are really fleshed out characters. You're basically just watching the event, and watching some people die, watching some people live, just them trying to escape from Dunkirk. That is literally all you're watching. And you don't really get attached to these characters because there's not a lot of character interactions and stuff. The lead character himself doesn't even say a lot of lines of dialogue. Again, it is mostly about the event. And some people didn't want that. Some people wanted like a Hacksaw Ridge or a Saving Private Ryan, a movie about the characters. It's about the event, but it's also about the characters. And this movie's not about that. This movie is strictly about the event. And honestly, I kind of respect that. It's kind of like watching the movie United 93. United 93, directed by Paul Greengrass. Another movie not a lot of audience members liked, but a lot of critics liked that movie. And again, that was about the tragic event that happened during 9/11. That was about the event. Like, the characters, yes, the characters, what happens to them is tragic and stuff, and again, you don't always get attached to all the characters because they don't flesh the characters out. Because United 93, just right from the bat, starts with the event. That is what that movie's about. It's about the event, not the characters. I compare that to Dunkirk. Dunkirk is the same thing. Just like United 93, it is about the event, not about the characters. So yeah, I respect the movie for that. This movie is still a great film. Just because we're not attached to the characters doesn't mean the movie itself isn't good. This movie is fantastic. The cinematography is absolutely fantastic. The way the shots go, the sound in this movie is also incredible. This movie will definitely get nominations at the Oscars for sound mixing and sound editing. The way the gunfire shots, the way the planes fly in the sky is absolutely fantastic. Hans Zimmer's score is also amazing. It's just euphoric. Again, the performances in this movie are all great. I love Mark Rylance. Mark Rylance can do no wrong. He's absolutely amazing in this film, and I thought he was great. I thought Tom Hardy was great. Cillian Murphy was great. Everyone was really good. Even the lead guy, Fionn Whitehead, he doesn't say a lot, but yeah, he's even very good in this movie, and the direction was solid. The action scenes are really good. This movie, it puts you into the event. You feel like you're there with these soldiers on Dunkirk, and you feel like you're just witnessing this tragedy that's happening to these men, and it's brutal. This movie, even though it's a PG-13 war movie, it's brutal and realistic, and it's amazingly well done. I don't know what else to say about this movie. There's not really much to spoil, because that's literally it. The movie is about the event of Dunkirk. That's it. It's about them evacuating, and that is it. That is the entire film, and you get to see a lot of realistic things. Again, it's not a hard R-rated movie like Hacksaw Ridge. It is a PG-13 movie, but even for a PG-13 movie, it's brutal. It's realistic. You see a lot of things, and it is just whew, again, it's something you need to see. It's not too disturbing like Saving Private Ryan or Hacksaw Ridge, but it's pretty disturbing for a PG-13 movie, and I still think it's great. You learn a lot, and honestly, it's a really good history lesson. Like, if you love movies about history and about war and stuff, this is a great film. It is a well-told story. It's wonderfully acted by the entire cast, even though the characters themselves aren't fleshed out. Christopher Nolan's direction's fantastic, the writing's great, the cinematography is amazing. I would recommend seeing this movie on the big IMAX screen. That's why I saw it. I saw it in IMAX, and it was absolutely amazing. It looked amazing. The sound is fantastic. Hans Zimmer's score is fantastic. The way this movie is structuralized is absolutely brilliant. I thought this movie was just masterful. I thought it was so freaking good. And I highly recommend Dunkirk. Yes, there's a couple issues here and there, and again, yes, the characters aren't fleshed out, but again, it's not about the characters. It is about the event itself. The event, the Dunkirk, the event, the story, is the characters. That's all I gotta say. Like, yes, having these characters not fleshed out wasn't that big of an issue for me. It might be a problem for some people, but it wasn't a problem with me. I absolutely adored this film, and I actually highly recommend this movie for Christopher Nolan fans, fans of war movies, and just fans of film in general. It is fantastic. And yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give the movie Dunkirk a 9.5 out of 10. This movie is so freaking good. See this movie, see it in IMAX, see it on the big screen. It's so good. So yeah, that was my review for the movie Dunkirk. So in the comment section below, please tell me, what is your favorite movie directed by the man himself, Christopher Nolan? My favorite's obviously The Dark Knight and Inception, but yeah, what is your favorite other than The Dark Knight and Inception? Mind thinker. Mine's probably like Insomnia or something, yeah, but what is your favorite? Comment below, let me know. And that's all for this video. Please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.